Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of The Creator Speaks. We're going to do something a little different this episode. Usually on The Creator Speaks, we talk about movies and television shows. However, a recent Broadway show has been on my mind lately, and I felt I should review it for y'all today. And that show is Something Rotten. Brought to us by the creative minds behind Broadway's Aladdin, Book of Mormon, and Avenue Q, Something Rotten tells the story of two playwright brothers, Nicholas and Nigel Bottom, who are sick of being stuck in the shadow of the bard, William Shakespeare. Nicholas, desperate for a hit, visits a local soothsayer to find out what the next biggest trend in theater will be. The soothsayer foretells that the future of theater will be musicals, and the rest is a hilarious romp as Nick and Nigel attempt to put on the world's very first musical, Omelette. The plot, for the most part, was very engaging and entertaining to watch. If you're a fan of musicals in general, you'll especially love all the nods and references to Broadway shows, both past and present. However, I did find Nigel's subplot with Portia to be probably the weakest part. In the beginning, I wasn't nearly as interested in their story as I was with the main one. Thankfully, this did change over time, and it did lead into one of my favorite songs from the show, but we'll get into that in a moment. I also have to commend all the actors and actresses in this show, as they all played their parts beautifully. Highlights definitely include Brian Darcy James and Christian Borle, who played Nicholas Bottom and Shakespeare, respectively, both of whom were absolutely hilarious and had very good chemistry despite sort of being rivals in the show. Most interesting to me is that this show actually features some Producers alumni, which is fitting considering it's in the theater that Producers once was. Brooks Ashmanskas, who played Brother Jeremiah, played Carmen Gia during the Producers run. Brad Oscar, who plays Nostradamus, was the original Franz. And Angie Schwalher, who in the ensemble once played Ula during the Producers. This was all really cool to see, and it's something you wouldn't notice unless you know the history of the theater. Moving on to the music, I honestly can't think of one song in Something Rotten that I don't love to listen to. Whether it be Nostradamus' show-stopping number, A Musical, or the aforementioned song, We See the Light, sung by Nigel and Portia. If I had to pick one track that was my absolute favorite, which is hard in and of itself, I'd probably go with Hard to Be the Bard. It just has a really catchy and infectious rhythm that not many of the other songs have. I often find myself singing along to that song whenever I put it on. And that can be said about the whole show in general. It is just perfection. From the sets, to the costumes, to the acting, to the music, everything is done extremely well. And has honestly really surprised me and has become one of my favorite musicals of all time. I really hope that, like Shrek the Musical, Something Rotten will get a DVD release. Because I would totally love to watch this show over and over, even after it has run its course on Broadway. Which hopefully won't be for a very long time. If you couldn't guess by now, I have to give Something Rotten 5 big stars. If you're in the New York area and you're going to choose to see a Broadway show, I highly recommend going to go see Something Rotten. You will not regret your choice. So there you go, guys. That's my review of Broadway's new musical comedy, Something Rotten. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments section below if you've seen Something Rotten. What did you think of it? Comment below, let me know. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because it really does help me out a lot and knows that you want to see this kind of content. And also let me know in the comments if you would like to see more musical reviews done in the Creator Speak style. Then until next time, guys, I'll be seeing you. Bye.